So we've got some great news for gamers with high core count CPU rigs, and a new interconnect by Intel that'll make for the future Core War really interesting. So stay tuned. Welcome back to GamerMeld. So I know this is a few days old now, but it unfortunately got overshadowed by quite a few other topics, though I feel it's really important because not that many people are talking about it. According to PC Gamer, Tefty Teft, a popular Destiny Twitch streamer, stated that he's actually spoken with Bungie, and they stated, I know, it's he said, she said, but trust me, this is really good. Apparently Destiny 2 will somehow be able to use all the cores on your CPU, meaning somehow it's actually going to scale better than, well, pretty much any game yet. They specifically used the 10-core i9 on Intel's newest X299 platform as an example for reference. Before all the high core count lovers out there get too excited, as PC Gamer pointed out, that's a little tough to swallow. I mean, games just aren't typically that CPU bound to even have the chance of utilizing all that power. With that said, with all the characters on screen at once and all of that, Destiny just might be the game to do it. One thing to certainly note is that if it is true and it's set to play nice with AMD, those who went with Ryzen should be really happy to hear this. Let's just hope it's not smoke and mirrors coming from a marketing team that misspoke. Next up today is something really interesting that's brought to us by PC Perspective. Intel has revealed some information on their high core count CPUs like the soon to be released 28-core Xeon. Specifically, they've gone over their newest architecture. For those who don't know, Intel's CPU has been utilizing an interconnect called the Ring Bus. The Ring Bus is a bidirectional interconnect that uses stops in between each module to check for data it needs to dump. And by each module, I mean every core, PCI Express lane, memory controller, and the list goes on. The problem with it was that the more stops you added, i.e. the more cores you added, the more times it had to check to see if it needed to collect or dump data while going through the ring. This means more latency. Intel combated this with higher frequencies to push the speed up, but unfortunately higher frequencies means less efficiency and of course more power draw. PC Per used a diagram to show this off using the older Nihilum with today's E5 Xeon version 5. As you can see, there's way more stops than before. Not only that, but it's getting really complex. So what has Intel done to combat this? Well, they're calling it a mesh, and they say that it offers higher bandwidth, more efficiency, and higher latency. As you can see, the on-die interconnect is set up in columns and rows to form somewhat of a mesh, and it's able to actually make turns to have an easier path to the desired destination without having to travel all the way around the ring. Now, I've seen quite a bit of people saying they copied AMD, but I really don't think they could do something like that so quickly, even from the time AMD announced their Infinity Fabric. Also, AMD's design interconnects CCX modules of 4 cores and 8 megs of cache, which has allowed them to easily up the core count really quickly. All they have to do is just add more modules. Of course, while they were probably already working on it, I have little doubt Intel probably wasn't planning to release it as early as they have. Either way, it's clear that we're living in an era of cores, which I think will be really exciting to see how games begin utilizing the added power of multi-core CPU processing. Of course, the tasks traditionally sent to a CPU in games are ones that are not easily paralleled, so I guess only time will tell. So while that does it for today's video, don't forget to subscribe. I've got a ton of really exciting things coming up, like the Ryzen build that's probably going to be happening in about a month or so, to which, don't forget, if anyone wants to help sponsor it, make sure to contact me at admin@gamermeld.com. And let me know what you think about today's news. Are you really excited about Intel's newest interconnect, or what about the fact that games really might be able to utilize all these cores we keep adding on? Let me know in the comments below. That does it for now. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the round icon in the middle. You can check out the most recent video and suggest a video to the left. Thanks so much for coming, and as always, have a great day.